Welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm Robin and today we've got a tag video for you. It's been so long since I've done a tag video and I was just saying to myself, man, I miss the days when people used to do tags. And you know what happened? Nat over at Nerdy Nat Reads did a tag. She tagged me in it and here we are. And shout out to Nat because I honestly had no idea what I was gonna film and it has been a minute, so thank you, Nat. I appreciate you. But today we're going to be doing the Why Haven't I Read These Books tag. And I will link Nat's video and the original creator's video down below if you want to go check those out along with the questions if you want to do this tag. These are basically all questions about why I haven't read certain books. And if we're being honest, the answer to all of these are just like so many books, not enough time. Like there's just not enough time. I actually was looking at my Goodreads and there's like 3,000-ish, maybe more, probably more books on my want to read list. And I know a lot of those things are outdated and I'm not even interested anymore, but it was very interesting to see like what I first started adding things and what I currently am adding. For this challenge, while it can be any book, I decided to focus on books that are on my physical TBR because that is one of my goals this year, to just really tackle this TBR. And so like, let's talk about these books. First question is, why haven't I read this classic? And honestly, I don't gravitate towards classics a lot. Like I like them, but it's just not the thing that I gravitate to the most. But one of my favorite classics of all time is Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. And I was like, you know what? I want to discover more of the Bronte sisters' works because I haven't read any of the other Bronte sisters. And I was like, I need to give it a try. And so I was gifted all of these. So with the exception of this one, which is Jane Eyre, I haven't read any of them. And really, any of these books apply because I do want to read something from the Bronte sisters. I was looking at Wuthering Heights. It was an option for me to read at the beginning of this year, and then another book won out when you guys are choosing my TBR. So maybe that's the next book I read, Wuthering Heights. The next question is, why haven't I read this fiction? And for that, I'm choosing The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. I got this last year or the year before. God, who knows? Who knows? But I've had this for a minute. I am just overwhelmed by the size of this book. And I think there's over like 1,000 pages. And oh, I'm sorry. It's just at 1,001 pages. I just don't know why it needs to be this long. I want to get to it, but I'm just like, who has the time? I mean, me, I do, but there's also other things that I could probably read like 2 or 3 books in the time that it would take me to read this. And so like, I do want to read this, but like when? You know, when am I gonna do that? That's the only reason why. It's not because for lack of wanting to read this or because I'm not interested anymore. It's so big. It's so big. And I just know that there's like 1,000 characters in here. Like, for what, Brandon? For what? Next question is, why haven't I read this nonfiction? For this one, I'm gonna go with the 1619 Project. I actually just got this for Christmas from Monet, but I had been having my eye on it for a long, long time. And so honestly, the reason I haven't gotten to this is just because I'm a little intimidated. I feel like it's gonna be a dense read, a heavy read, an emotional read. And I'm just like, am I ready for this experience? I think the formatting of this, where you have like some smaller snippets, you have some like what looks like poetry maybe, and then you have some more dense sections like this. I'm very interested to see like what is all in here, but every time I think about it, I'm just like, I feel like I need to be in the right headspace and I need to be able to take my time with it. And that's why I haven't gotten to this. Why haven't I read this genre fiction? And for that, I'm going with Dating Dr. Dill by Nisha Sharma. I don't typically pick up romances. Like, I read them, but I don't. The ones that I have, I don't really gravitate towards. I don't know why. I don't know why. I just don't. And this one for sure, I don't even remember when I got it. I think I saw this at Barnes & Noble and I was just like, oh, let me give it a try. But then I do remember that someone I trusted, who that someone is now, I don't know. But they were talking about how they didn't really enjoy this, and I think it turned me off from wanting to pick this up, to be honest. And I know that I should just give it a try for myself to see if I'm gonna like it. People's opinions differ, but I think like that has been the main reason why I have not tried to pick it up since I got it. But I will get to it eventually in life. Hopefully, for sure. Maybe, potentially. All the maybe words, just all of the maybe words. And then the last book on my list, why haven't I gotten to this book that has been on my TBR the longest? And I went and I looked through my shelves. Again, all of these books are from my physical TBR. And I have like a running list of when I buy books and when I got them. And so this has been on my bookshelf the longest, since at least 2017. And that is In the Shadow of the Banyan Tree. Why do I want to call it Banyan Tree? In the Shadow of the Banyan by Vidya Ratner. I honestly could not even tell you what this is about, why I picked this up. I don't know. Maybe it was in a historical fiction moment and I was just like, yes, this is it. I think that this is historical fiction. Unclear. But yeah, that's what I have as the book that's been on my shelf the longest. I need to figure out what this is about and read it or something. It can't just keep sitting here. And I think like with every move, with every bookshelf reorg that I do, like it just kind of keeps getting shifted around and forgotten. And so maybe I need to make this a priority. But that's what I have for you guys today. These are all of the books that I have and have not gotten to, amongst other books, because if you've seen my bookends, you know that I've got like over 100 unread books in here, and they've all been unread for any number of reasons. But these books in particular I used for this tag. Maybe I'll do a vlog reading these. Let me know if you'd be interested. But if you know anything about any of these books, or if you're like, hey, you need to get to that immediately, please tell me down below in the comments. Let's talk about it. Are there any books on your physical TBR or just on your want to read list that you're just like, it's been a long time and I should get to it? Let me know that also. And until next time, bye.